Coach Carlson now joining us here in the postgame. And Coach, a tough loss. You knew how much what this one meant for the conference standings here tonight. You guys played well, but just came up a little bit short.
Well, one of the things that it's just a rivalry. The kids know each other. We got kids from, Lake City and Rockwell City and Lorville and Lytton, knowing kids, growing up with them, playing baseball with, kids from Wall Lake and Lakeview and Sac City. And a lot of friends were out here on the field tonight. And the kids, played hard from both teams, and I appreciate what Ben did tonight as far as the military night, and we had a huge crowd, and I'd like to thank all the fans that were here tonight, because one thing is that we need to appreciate our military, and if we can show from absolutely having a ball game out here and honoring our military veterans, there's nothing better than that can be.
Any surprise at all at how big the crowd was here tonight?
No, it did not surprise me. I'll tell you why, because there were a lot of people that had come up to me who might not have been to a game all year and said, I'm going to be coming to Sac City and watching you guys, because they knew how good ESAC was and how good South Central Calhoun was, and they were just showing their appreciation, and they knew they'd see a good ball game, because you can go back many years and no matter what the records are, when these boys come to play each other, whether it's at Lytton or here at Sac City, they're ready to play, and it's just fun not only to play, but to be a coach or to be a fan to watch them.
Matt, what was the difference for your club tonight for you guys to fall a little bit short?
Well, we had the 2-1 lead, and it's just very important. I really stress all three phases of baseball. That's hitting, pitching, and defense, and there was kinks in the armor in all three. And one thing that you have to do is get ahead of the hitters, and I give Ben a credit, because his players kept putting the bat on the ball, and we if there's one area we probably fell down more than others, that was in the hitting department, and you don't necessarily have to have a single or a double. The key is just putting the bat on the ball. And one thing is that they were able to do that, and walks, errors and walks catch up with you many times later on in a game, and then when you put the bat on the ball, those things will kill you. They'll come around and they'll score, and it demoralizes your team, and it's just hard to play against ESAC from behind,
Coach, you guys have been able to run against almost everybody all year. Was it just the lack of getting guys on base that kept you from being that running team like you've been all year?
I've got the utmost respect for Cody Wellington. I mean, he's a smart catcher, and he's got a great arm, and I just have to be careful. I don't want to get kids thrown out that could be potential runs and things like that, and you just have to change your coaching philosophy against teams that have outstanding catchers. And when the defense is good, we have over 100 steals for the season, and tonight I just had to be a little more conservative, because we just had to move those runners around, and we didn't have a lot of runners on base tonight, and you just had to be very careful with the ones that you had on base.
Coach, at least the conference season, regular season wise, done for you guys, but you're not done with the regular season. Postseason, though, right around the corner. What does this team need to do to make a big run?
Well, one thing is that we have to be consistent in our pitching, hitting, and defense, and we will play 4 non-conference games, and then we have a makeup with Prairie Valley tomorrow night over at Farnhamville, and we have to. You don't want to forget this game tonight, but you have to remember what happened tonight. But you got to move on. And we in non-conference will be pitching some pitchers that haven't pitched so much in conference games, and we just have to. We really have to play well as we move into tournament play, and we know down the road we're in the same tournament along with Maple Valley and ESAC and OABCIG and Ridgeview and Cherokee, and it's a tough tournament. And one thing that we have to do is we have to be hitting on all cylinders by the time that tournament opens up on July 13th, and if ESAC is fortunate enough to beat Cherokee on July 13th, we're going to be facing ESAC again on July 16th.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congratulations on such a fantastic run so far. We look forward to seeing you yet before the season's up.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate everything you do for us, Jeff.
Head coach Matt